Hey family, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I'm gonna be brief, but just give you a word that the Lord gave me. So last night I was reading, right? I was flipping through the Bible and it stopped on Haggai. And I was like, flipped it back, and when I flipped back, it stopped on Haggai again. So I was like, okay, God. So I ended up reading Haggai 1. And then right before I went to sleep last night, I heard the Lord say perversion. It's like, okay. So I ain't think nothing of it. I got up this morning, got myself prepared, and as I was reading the daily devotion, he brought it back to me. He said perversion. I was like, well, God probably trying to tell me something. Let me look up the definition of perversion, because we all know what it means sexually, right? And so when I looked it up, the perversion definition is two, one sexually and one, this the one I'm finna read. So perversion, the alteration of something from its original course, meaning, or state to a distortion or corruption of what was first intended, right? So I was like, okay, God, I got the definition of it. What are you trying to say? He didn't answer me right away, right? So I began to read the second chapter of Haggai. And what illuminated to me, what he let illuminate to me was this. It was Haggai 21 through 23. It says, I am about to shake up everything, to turn everything upside down and start over from top to bottom, overthrow governments, destroy foreign powers, dismantle the world of weapons and armaments, throw armies into confusion so that they end up killing one another. And on that day, this is God's message. And I was like, oh, wow. And then God began to say that this world is going to experience a shaking. He said, and the things that are not in me, that's not rooted deeply and grounded in me, will be shooken up. He said he got to do a shaking and everybody's going to feel it. Those that stand firm in Christ will stand. They will reign with him. But he's building a new kingdom. He's building a new Jerusalem. He's shaking this world so that everything that is impure from it has to go. It has to fall to the wayside because it can't go where he's building something new with. And so those that are rooted and grounded in him will go, will reign if you give him your all, if you're following his instructions, his laws, his commandments, if you're doing what he asked you to do and in his will and worshiping and praying and meditate. Not no sweet nothings is going to get you into heaven. It's really not even just your actions. You got to have faith. You got to know that you know. So God said it will be a great shaking. He said it in his word. His word is not a lie. And what he told me is not a lie, because he had me to look up perversion, which is confusion, which is what he said in his word he was about to do. Shake up the world, cause confusion, because when he builds this new kingdom, those that stand firm in him will be there. So on today, I encourage you that whatever is trying to distract you or distort you or confuse you for continuing the purpose and the will of the Lord in your life, I ask that you will put that stuff to the wayside. Because what does God do when he shake us? He shake us to get all the impurities out of us, all the toxic things that was attached to us away from us, so that we can be in this original form, the way that he intended for us to be. This is not a game. I encourage you to listen to the Lord. Get in your secret place. Love on him. Let him live in you. Kiss him, hug him, tell him good night. Because he don't forget to tell us good morning. We have to learn how to align to his will, because only God knows what's best. Only God knows what's best. Will you stand firm? When things get shook, will you stand firm? Will you be rooted? Ask yourself. Have a blessed day.